Hello, I'm Kerry George with CIBN TV, and I'm sitting here today with my good friend Paige Stevensen, the intuitive advisor, and we are going to be talking about clarity. You're going to want to stay tuned for that because things are going to get a lot more clear for you when you do. So Paige, a lot of people struggle with clarity, and it really kind of freezes you up so that you just can't move forward in life. So tell us, how did you start on this journey for finding clarity and overcoming that obstacle in your life?
Kerry, what I noticed, back in the day when I was trying to figure out my life because I was living somebody else's dream, and I was like, what is it that I want? What is the piece that is missing from my world that isn't bringing me what makes me joyful and happy? So many times we're told how to act and behave and where to go to school and church and meetings and who you hang out with and all those pieces. And is it really making you feel joyful? Is it really making you go, oh, I love this? Or are you in a state of, oh my God, do I have to do this again? There's nothing worse when you don't have clarity on what you should be doing. This is what I've noticed the most.
I would agree. When you're living somebody else's dream for you and not living your own dream for you, then you're going to feel frustrated and life isn't going to be going in the direction that you wanted.
Absolutely. That's so true. Yeah. And what can end up happening when you are, sometimes you're just not certain if this is where you should be going. I really want to go there, but is that where I'm supposed to go? When you don't have that certainty, that's when the clarity is even foggier, and it just starts compounding and compounding and compounding. And then what happens? You just say, F it. I'm not doing anything. I'm just going to stick to my regular routine, do the same old, and then what's happening? You're noticing your body starts to ache. You're not sleeping well. All these things start popping up. Ooh, all I can say is stop the madness.
So what's the answer? How do you overcome this problem? How do you get more focus and clarity in your life?
Well, a good start is just to sit down with yourself the best you can in a quiet space and say, what is it that I really want? And I'm not talking about deciding a new career or, do I leave somebody or anything drastic. Just what is at the heart of your hearts that you want to do? Do you really want to live where you're living? Or do you want to be able to do what you want to do when you want to do? Just little pieces. And start writing out, start journaling and saying things like, from now on, I choose to live a happy life. From now on, I'm going to do the right thing. Just little bits to get the foundation started. And then start paying attention to what happens around you, because you will notice, oh my gosh, things are starting to look better. I'm maybe just a little bit more joyful. Ooh, what a concept. Because you took time to honor you. That's the first piece, is honoring this vessel and going, I am worth it. I deserve to have joy and happiness. Everybody else around me can be crumbling, but I'm going to be in joy. And I know I make it sound simplistic, but I can tell you I have lived this journey. I know what it's like, Kerry, being so unhappy that you just wanted to rip your hair out. But you choose not to, of course. and you turn your life around because of your own doing. It is not easy and it is not hard. It is doable. Trust me. I'm an intuitive. But I'm telling you, it is. It's really, people think it's onerous and, oh, I could never do that. Yes, you can. And I will be your cheerleader. This is why I do what I do. I'm one of those people that says, come on, you can do this. This is for you. Oh, I get so excited.
Awesome. So how would having more clarity change your life?
Thank you for this question. I love this question because this is when I start to see results on people. Now they're able to have a good night's sleep. Do you know what it's like not having to get up 5 times in the night? Because you're content, you're happy, you rest completely, you wake up and you're like, oh, I have a new day and I feel so good about it. Yes, I love this. That's what it feels like. And I know I may seem a little, exaggerated, but this is my natural state. But there are people that come to me that normally were waking up every hour going, oh, it's only been an hour. Oh, it's only been an hour. And now they're sleeping through the night and they're waking up and they're going, oh, I have such joy when I wake up. In their flavor, they're saying how they feel. There's no more fog. They're certain about where they're going. They have a desire to move forward. They can't wait to start their day. Oh, all those yummy pieces. This is what happens. And that's what brings me joy. When I see them, I'm just like, oh, you look so happy. I get so happy because they're happy and the happiness continues all around. Oh my gosh.
Were you always this happy?
Oh my gosh, Kerry. No. I had a very tumultuous childhood. Not a very nice scene. A lot of, we'll just call it not being kind. And, a lot of being told what to do and how to behave. And did you, sit down, stand up, go over there, be over there. A lot of, regimented stuff. I wasn't free to be mine to myself. And I was one of those kids that was like, be seen and not heard. I was like, oh, were you spoke to? Well, then be quiet. It's like, sorry. Now, can't shut me up. But this is something I learned. And this is why I now do what I do with my business, is bringing people back to that beautiful joy and happiness that's waiting inside. It's like, we gotta get it out. And I bring it out.
So when you were a young adult, were you like boisterous and outgoing, or were you like withdrawn and holding things back because of your childhood?
I unfortunately had to be quiet, but I always got in trouble for sit down and quit misbehaving, I was told, because I had my imaginary friends. I wanted to play with them. And, no, sit down, you're being too loud. And so that's why now I have to be joyful and happy. I have to get it out, because that is what we come into the world as. Do you ever see a baby in a crib laying there going, I'm mad, I'm angry? No, a baby's laying there going, ooh, goo gaga, I'm so happy. That's our innate, that's what we come into this world with. We're not sitting there being grumpy. No, it's through time that we learn to be grumpy. That's where doing my process gets rid of that and replaces it with the joy and happiness that's still in there. It's still in, And you may say, well, Paige, I'm already happy. Really? Well, I'm going to challenge you on that one. When's the last time you were in giggles all day? Probably not in a while. Lots of people think that being happy all the time means there's something wrong. No, when you're in joy and you can just laugh at, like, oh, my top or my bracelets, they make me giggle because I'm in joy. Just be in more joy and happiness. More. There's always more. Yeah.
Awesome. So you heard it here. If you want to have more joy and more happiness, and you want to have more clarity in your life, then Paige Stevensen is someone that you want to talk to.
Well, thank you, Kerry. I'm looking forward to connecting. It's what I love to do. So thank you. And by the way, smile.